Richard Bonica? I never remember your call, but that's okay.
KG5YCU, your crazy uncle.
Yes. I am a
Don't
crazy
forget
guy.
to turn the mic on, so.
Anyhow, Richard's gonna talk about field day, everything that he needs,
You're
wants,
sitting there and
everything
probably
else.
pick you up just fine.
So let's listen to Richard and see what he really has to say. Please.
Okay, can everybody on the net hear me?
Uh-oh.
Very well. Back.
You're gonna have to hold it.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, basically, we've got field day, the 28th, 29th, set up on the 27th. Looking to make this one of the largest field days we've had. And also a little more complex than we've ever had. So this should be interesting, push my skills to the max. Start out, what is field day? Now, I know all the people that do competition, please do not jump over your table and choke me. There are other things for today that I will bring up, but yes, competition is important. It's mainly a nationwide communication exercise. It is the over 37,000 ham radio operators now participate in it. As of last year, this is a practice for the real event. If we were to go into a disaster, or we were to need to set up a base station and all these outside stations to start communicating, relaying, can we do it? And how far can we do it? And how fast can we do it? That is the main theory of what field day used to be. And now I'm taking this information from back from the 70s when my uncle did it and got me kind of hooked on the electronics world, now hooked on the radio world. The other thing we put in, it's food, it's fun times, and it's radios. We can't get a better combination. The other thing, again, yes, competition people, it's lots of points you want. And hopefully this year we do a repeat of last year. We placed second last year nationwide, first in our class. Hopefully we do repeat that again. The other thing is, and the reason why I broke these out is to show our skills. Every one of us has a certain skill set that we have, that whether it be our day job or our really bad habits at night. And it allows everybody else to see what we do. Kind of like what I do, what I've done with field day is I know bills, antennas. I know, yeah, Alan. Well, I get them confused, and yeah, we'll go through that later. Alan knows how to get radios and stuff together. No problem, Mike. He runs around and does whatever. We got Scott, who's part of the food team. We got Kurt, who's our EMS / tech guy, mobile basically unit. So everybody has a skill that we add. We got even Eli, or even Dave Neely's got a position this year as finance department. The other thing is to build relationships and long-lasting friendships. When we come out of this 9 out of 10 times, I don't care what we started out with in field day and how bad it started out. Every time we leave, every one of us has something in common. Yeah, we probably rubbed each other wrong 5 or 6 times while the event happened or even before, but we wind up coming out with new people we talk to. Where and when? This year we are changing it. It is not at Duheshik Park. It is going to be at the fire field down in Richmond. That is the correct address, even though I keep on trying to put it 200. It is at 260 Clay Road in Richmond. Now, setup times. We're going to start June 27th, sorry, at 1 p.m. And that is just setup. But operation time, which is our competition time, is between 1 p.m. on the 28th to 1 p.m. on the 29th. And so that's where we're at with that. Where and when? Any questions on that part? No. Okay. What will you see? This year we've got UHF, HF, UHF, VHF, CW, and digital stations going. We're going to have a GOTA station. For those who want guidance or are brand new, don't know what to do, it's also another place to start to maybe learn a little bit on. You're gonna see generators, we're gonna have batteries. Hopefully, we're gonna have 1 or 2 solar panels out there. Logging and scoring in real time. Why is this important in the real time environment? When we do real emergencies, one of the things is that we have to keep what you did on a record. This gives an opportunity to log of all those events happening. New thing that we're having this year is the homebrew. I'm going to set up a few tables in the classroom section. So we're going to have a CW room, we're going to have a phone and data room, and we're going to have what's called a classroom or general room. It's going to have the class in one half of it and homebrew on the other half. Obviously, we won't be talking about homebrew when the class is going on, but they're only an hour. There's 2 of them at least, but we will have some of the homebrew, allow you guys to show off. So you have skills and things that you've done things at home you want to talk about or even show off. This is your chance. Talks about messaging. We have Sherry, who is a big messaging person, a relay, which is important in our environment. And we have a couple of other subjects that'll be coming up also. You'll see friendships made and friendships strengthened. You'll see people go through that. And I want that to be a big point to this year. History respected and carried forward. And as we've heard a lot about the history of the 14688 towers, a lot of you will be able to share a lot of that information because now I'm not necessarily one of the younger guys, but some of the younger guys don't have what happened, even to 15 years ago. They have no clue what this was about, what we did, or what we went through. Hopefully, we'll be able to show them some of that stuff, give them some information. New ideas and exchange of information. Hopefully, when we walk out of this, people that even the UHF, VHF guys will have some new information that they've walked out with, maybe an idea, maybe a way to put up an antenna. I know I on a regular basis between the antenna guys and the UHF guys, I find out new things. One reason why last year I built my first dual band antenna was actually because I saw these guys, a year ago now, watching these guys do certain things. The other thing is unwritten experiences are shared. A lot of the information that goes on during a field day is not something that is written. A lot of the things are things that are not necessarily taught. For example, Bill and I are putting up how to put a wire across a road. Well, it'll be another experience that we've got that we can share by just knowing what we're doing and be able to share it with you guys, because I'm sure you guys have got places to run antennas that nobody thinks about. Experience about how to find different data or different calls. If you watch the waterfall, what are you looking for on the waterfall? Things like that. The other thing I want people to do is look at different fields and aspects of this field, because you might be saying, oh, I'm just a guy, I'm just clicking a radio, but you may find out that, like Sherry, she's a paper person. She can get on that radio and chalk up paperwork left and right. You got some guys that do electronics. Maybe that's a specialty you've been interested in. It's an opportunity to open up. Different ways to get involved. Field Day has a way of showing us new positions. Even though we do what's called an ICS incident command structure, and that has to do with the way EMS is run, the way we structure the Field Day teams. There are other ways of getting involved in this and doing the tasks. There's just a large information. Crazy and fun people. Let me tell you something. We do not, once we start, the antenna starts and Bill gets the rig upright, I'll tell you now, there will not be 1 minute that somebody's not laughing or doing something, because it just becomes fun and funny. It's just happens. Okay, now let's start out with the new operators. Guys, everybody starts off in the beginning. All of us don't know squat in the beginning. including myself, I got into this. I had a telecom license before I had a ham radio license. I did it backwards. I'll tell you, you don't know what the real world is until you actually pick up the radio and do it. No license required for the GOTA. So if you have friends and family that are out there, drag them in. We have 2 stations that we will have. We will have Lee Gaspert's mobile van. I don't know what are we calling that thing, Kurt?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What are we calling Lee's monster?
The Beast.
Okay, we've got the Beast.
It's a mobile operations platform.
Okay, so the Beast is out there. And then we'll also have the Fort Bend County OEM with their communication van, giving you 2 opportunities to go ahead and learn about what's going on. And both Lee and I'm drawing a blank on what's MROG's David is also going to be out there, and he is a good guy to also learn about how to use the radios. Mentors will be available. We've got multiple people will be in the rooms. We've got another gentleman, BAA, will be on the outside, making sure the rooms are filled, make sure the seats are filled. Stephen has some experience. All you guys have stuff going on. So depending on the level, we got 2 newer guys. We've got some of the older guys. If you want to know something, they're all out there to help. We're out there to learn. For the new people, learning antennas, propagation, making contacts, how to do it. It's a fun little exercise in finding out not only what works, but what works for you. The other thing is great for the youth, families, and STEM-minded visitors. We have put the word out to not only ham radio operators in the clubs, we have put it out to multiple schools and multiple summer camps. I'm hoping they show up. It's the first time we've actually done that to the actual camps, and we'll see what they do. In general, guys, let's get the word out. Let's spread it to anybody you know. If there's a neighbor next door to you, tell them to come out and visit and see what you do. If you look at the bottom line, bring everybody. Ham radio is a family and friend hobby. When it comes down to it, even if you're the operator, and my son will confess to it, even though I'm doing the operations, everybody in the house gets to participate in some way, because my wife's either cooking because I haven't stopped and eat. My son may be going to go get me stuff, like I forgot my glasses out in the truck, but everybody gets involved in some way. The other thing is, during a real-time disaster, a real-time event or incident rather, the real answer is you may be the operator, but everybody's going to be relying on you, and everybody's going to have to help you, support you talking on a radio. Questions, comments, crude remarks? Nope. Okay. Go on. Food and fellowship. Saturday night we have a barbecue dinner. I've been promised a real nice dinner. We'll have snacks and drinks throughout the event. What I am going to say is this year, guys, one of the other things I want to do is I want the SAP guys out there, hopefully. Bring your chairs, sit outside. The fire field is a fairly nice place. Few mosquitoes, but not as bad as we might usually have. Enjoy the time. Enjoy sitting around with people. Get outside, just shoot the breeze with people.
Overnight operator lodge.
Overnight operators, we will have a sleeping area. It's usually the classroom area. What we do is we move the tables to one side, and they can sleep in there.
In bunks or on the floor?
On the floor. They all just sleep right on the floor. But usually we don't have anybody that sleeps at night. We normally have. Normally what happens is our overnight guys are usually on the radio or can't shut up because they're on so much coffee that they don't know what's going on. You'll be surprised how quick they hype themselves up on caffeine and energy drinks that it's kind of like, did you ever see a 2-year-old wound up on chocolate sugar? Good. Well, if you have, I got a bunch of them, they'll show up. They get a little hyper. Also, guys, we need cleanup crews. It's not hard. It's just a lot of little tasks, so, and that's one thing that we just need to get done. It's a matter of picking up the signs, picking up the paperwork, getting the computers together. I know Bill probably wants some hand at the end of a day that bring down antennas and bring cables in, so not a lot of garbage work. Okay, so why do we do field day? Note that this year's theme is Radio Connects. The idea is that we are doing emergency practice. We're showcasing ham radio to the public as we've gotten the word out. We're building community and skills. I can't stress that enough. As we learn each other's sets and we learn each other what they know, that becomes important. And we also want to put out the word, when all else fails, ham radio works. If you're all seeing me, I've got a coffee cup that says it. I've got a baseball cap that says it. And let me tell you something. My house is 610 and 290. Last year, we were out of power 2 weeks out of a year. I've been with the tornado. We've been with the hurricane. We've been the derecho. That really is a true statement. When all else fails, my cell phone doesn't work. That really is a true statement. Let's get, one thing I'm going to ask you is all get involved. Help us set up, operating the radios, helping with, food with Scott and Daphne in charge. Scott, I did put that in. I made sure who's in charge. Or cleanup. Invite the family and friends. That is important, guys. We want people out there. We want people getting new members. That's how we get people to join us. Get to understand that we're not just a bunch of nerds behind a microphone and a box. There is a sign-up sheet out on the web. If you look at the I want to say repeater, the reflector, I've put that out multiple times. If you are licensed, please reserve an operating space. There are multiple phone and CW. So those who know CW, I think there's at least a half dozen, if not more, spots still open. Those CW guys, if you know CW, please sign up for his spots. Those are double points and easy. Well, for you guys. All the rest of us kind of go, huh? Yes.
Has anybody considered getting a hold of our local elected officials and having them come by, see what we do?
Yes.
Maybe learn a little bit more about what they can do for us.
Yeah, I've been told that the local official for that area, the gentleman that needs to know, is currently busy and will not be able to attend as of yesterday. He temporarily.
Local official, Fort Bend official?
Yes.
Okay, but I mean, what about reaching out to, say, Wesley Hunt, Ted Cruz?
If we can get in touch with them right now, they are all busy and not even answering. The only one I've gotten is the one no, because he, like I said, he is a little busy. So, and since he's really the one I want out there, that's the most important one.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what finally comes out of that, but we are making outreaches.
Yeah.
Because that actually is points for us too, by the way.
Yeah, and also our ARRL, regional.
Let me ask our TV guy.
Mike?
If we can get TV coverage to come on to the.
I can certainly bring it up. I can't promise anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
what
emailed- I emailed Justin last year and I was too late getting on the schedule.
you actually,
He's the chief engineer at TV station.
Not chief engineer.
Oh,
but
engineer.
I am engineer at.
oh, well, I didn't know we had one in the crowd. Like I said, by the way, remember that thing about learning about everybody's skill sets, and that would be it. Okay, well, you make my life easier if you can.
What station?
KG.
So,
Okay,
KHOU.
that would be gratefully appreciated.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get something out there.
Awesome, thank you.
Now, let also know that there's relocation is gonna be out there, so,
he was
so
going
now
on
that's a new resource.
And so because we're putting this up, we are going to put this up on the web. I want to put this out and get this word out. This is a little about who we are. Y'all know who B Mark is, obviously. If you didn't, then you've got a question why you're here, but we'll skip that. So we will see you there. June 27th, 29th, 27th is set up, 28th, 29th is the actual event. Friday is 1 PM. Contest starts at 1 PM on Saturday, ends at 1 PM on Sunday. Go ahead, bring out your friends, curiosity, and energy.
Hey, Richard, don't leave out cars and TPXS.
Oh, yeah, I do. That's why they come back at the end, so I did, yeah.
Are we going to be operating in a building or out of the building?
We are operating in the building in 3 rooms. One will be set up for CW that will have a closed door and a sign on the door that says, if you enter here, I'm not responsible for what happens to you. The other door will be the phono in that room, and then we have the classrooms on the other side.
Can the building be classified as an emergency operations center?
Yes, it's the Houston Fire Field.
Okay, does it have a backup generator? Should.
We will.
Okay, to get the generator,
Points.
bonus.
Yep.
They only have to run it for 5 minutes.
Yes.
What?
Yep. Yeah. The generator has to be run for a continuous time period. You remember how we have the Glenn rule where you only have to run you only have to have 10 radios, but as long as you run 10 radios at some point, it's 10 radios. It doesn't make difference how long you run it for. Evidently, the generator is the same way. So we still, even if we switch to land power, which, by the way, I wanted.
Classify as an emergency power.
Right, but here's the thing, we are gonna go to all emergency, so we're gonna do Class A old style.
You can 10
Well, we don't have to do class A, we can do class F.
You're gonna be 10 emergency,
Yes,
all the time.
We can do 10F and we can get the generator, points only by operating the generator for 5 minutes.
Yes, they get that no matter what, and they get big time major
Yeah.
points for running emergency all the time.
right,
Right.
so I wanna run it as long as we can.
Generator will have. As it has every year.
Well, yeah.
550.
There's a whole bunch of opportunities. Let's take it out.
Yeah. But yes, we are taking the emergency precautions. And we are, by the way, because it is not our base station, it's not our fixed point, it is considered emergency operations in that case, because what we're doing is we are setting up a non-operational unit that Bill is gonna, and Mike and them are all gonna make magic happen and make an operational communication center. So yes. If not, we're gonna have Lee running the truck into the side of the building and tell him it's an operational center then.
We'll try not to do that.
Okay, so yes, we do wanna run as a full operation emergency system. Okay. I think there was a second question there somewhere. No, got all of them?
It's about the 10 and the designated.
Designate, yeah, well, and by the way, I am not the specialty on that again. The guy who's the specialty on where we classify is a fight between Rick, Hiller and, Glenn. I let those two debate it. Yeah, I know, but we've agreed to set all the prep up and, yeah.
Bottom line, you're gonna be 10 emergency power the whole time.
Yes. Yeah,
Largest in the country.
I'm sorry?
I don't know, there's some club up north that does 23 and 27.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Crazy, I don't even know how they
Is
do
it
it.
A or E?
They usually.
A. They're emergency power A.
I-
Cause they're 23 stations and that's the only one that beat us. Now, guys, huh? Oh, yeah, 23A beat us last year, and I figured the only way we're gonna do that is if we don't sleep, we have every radio running for the full 24 hours nonstop. And people sit on people's laps.
So can I make a point about that too?
Yes.
There, if I'm not mistaken, there's also a rule, this came out of COVID, it's also a rule that you can opt that people who can't make it to the field day.
That's-
Operate at home And those points can be,
They attach them to.
They attach them to us, and that's last,
so those of you who can't make it to field day, please operate homes and say B-Bark is, you're part of B-Bark.
Yeah.
That will give us more points.
yeah, good number of our points last year did come from exterior operators. And if you are an exterior operator, even if you worked at our station under the KK5W, you go home on Sunday. You can't make it back on Saturday or on Sunday. You can operate out of your home and get us more points.
Yeah, they've allowed the COVID rules to extend.
Extend, yes, which were supposed to have expired, and they're not expiring them. Evidently, that is a big thing for people. Obviously, because people can't get out of their house, let's
And you,
make that.
we're allowed to do it, other people are gonna be doing it.
Yes,
So we may as well do it.
use it. And that's what we did last year, and that was one of the big things.
So when you go home on Sunday, do you operate under KK5?
You operate under your call sign, but you dedicate your points to BVARC.
Yeah, they want
That-
to test all of its systems on the computer?
No,
No, if you've got a log sheet, we will find a way to get it in there. I heard, Alan volunteered to type them all in.
OCR.
That's it.
What block you're in or some mysterious number like that?
No, all you need to know is that you're you're gonna be well, actually, when you're working from home, you'd be 1D, yeah, 1D, because you're on your home power, 1D, but South Texas.
you could be either a 1D or a 1 Echo. You could be an Echo, but you gotta be on emergency power.
Right, but the echo at that point doesn't help, because you're dedicating your points and there's no. Well, now that I think about it, I have to think about that. Do the points. No, because we already got our emergency power.
At home multiplying those.
But the thing is, we'd already gotten our emergency power points. So it won't help us at that point. It's really our responsibility at the base station to make sure we get those.
Can I
By
say
the,
another word or two here?
yeah,
Do you mind?
no,
For you, some of you probably don't know me, I'm Alan Breyer, I've been in this club a long time, he was vice president once. Also you guys who do public, and I know this probably some of you guys are here to public, you've been practicing all year to do this field day. By the way.
Pretty much.
You're making points, you're making contacts,
It's put on steroids.
hold on steroids, I like that. Okay, now I'm kind of, I'm the guy who likes to make points. I'm the competition guy. So whatever we can do to increase the points, we got lots of other things to do in the field day, my thing is points.
Can we spell CW?
Yeah. If any of you guys, don't have much experience operating, find somebody who does. We're gonna have some great operators out there. I know I got a bunch of great CW operators tonight. We're gonna have some really good phone operators out there too. I'm trying to get more. And use them as mentors. Ask them how to operate. There's some videos on YouTube about how to operate content. Not all of them are real great. Keep the exchange short. Just make it really short. CQ field day, KK5YCU, thank you. Whatever would be 10E, 10 whatever South Texas thing. You don't have to add a lot of other commentary.
The hardest part,
By the
logging.
way,
Well, logging, we're gonna use N1MM software. It's not that hard. Yes, N1MM do a million things, I don't understand. But when you break down to just this contest, it's not that hard. The only thing that I ask you to do is when you sit down, hit Control O and type in your call sign. Because that means you're the operator at that time. But if you need any help, if you need any assistance, if I'm not operating, come find me. I plan to be there the whole time. I'll either be sitting in a chair, I'll be wandering around or I'll be sleeping. I'll try to keep sleeping to a minimum. But if you need any help, whether it's CW or phone, I can help you. The FT8 operators, not much to do in that, so relative to doing that.
This guy's humble, he's one of the best CW operators in the country.
Well, we're gonna have several CW, one CW operator for sure that runs circles around me.
Is that right?
Yeah, his name is Dave, KG5YCU. He's probably one of the top CW operators in the world. He will be there. I have 2 or 3 other great CW content operators, members of PDXS, who have already, dedicated their time to come.
Yeah, and BAA will be in there. He's gonna make sure that seats are filled. He's gonna be at the doors. If you have questions, ask him. And I'm sure if he doesn't have the answer, I'm sure he knows somebody who knows where it's at. So we will constantly have somebody online. I'll be there. Stephen will be there, the guy in the gray shirt. He'll be able to help you out. He knows a lot of y'all, so it'll be real easy to figure out what's going on.
Oh, one other thing, we're using all K3 radios. And I know that some of you guys may not be that familiar with K3. They're small. They're very good radios. That's why we use them, because they don't interfere with each other and they take a lot of abuse from other nearby stations. But if you have any questions about how to operate the K3, come find me. There's a bunch of guys from PDXS who run K3 radio. So it's not that hard. Just don't do a whole lot of adjustments, to the band pass and various other things like that. You can adjust a little bit, but don't do a lot of adjustments if you don't mind.
The K3 radio is a great radio. I sat down the first time a couple years ago, never seen one before, and I was able to operate it. I left the settings the way they were fine. Glenn or maybe you set it up and don't have it close enough to where I actually made a contact.
And we'll be setting up their macros in CW that will make things, for you CW operators. How many guys are CW operators? Okay, couple. So there's macros built in that make operating like this very, the phone, not so much, the FP8s, they're again, pretty simple to do that.
Is the K3 doing the receive translation?
No,
That's your head.
that's,
That's what I thought.
this is your computer, right?
The macros are doing the same.
There is a CW, I forgot what they call it, translator, whatever.
Decoders.
So you're using the K3 to send, you're just receiving it in.
Yeah.
Now, K3 will decode, but for in a cockpit situation.
I thought you were wearing out your wrist.
No, and
All the macros, all you have to do, there's a thing in the N1MM software, that's what actually sends the CW. And there's a method of operation called ESN, which is enter send message. And really all you gotta do is hit the enter. You hit the enter to call CQ, you type in the call, hit the enter, it'll send the exchange. When you're done, you hit the enter, it'll call CQ again. It's really simple. If you have any questions again, I'll actually be setting up the macros or fine tuning them and just ask.
yeah, and just a footnote on decoders. Decoders during competitions don't work. Trust me.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Your turn.
Have we already signed up with our location and everything in ARRL? Because
yes.
that's where the
Yep. They find us stuff.
people who go around to the different places, that's how they find us.
Could we set up one of the decoders like on a string so we could watch them CW guys, how they work?
They're very,
It would have to be something separate than the K3 radio.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to get what's on the radio onto the screen.
And I may put one up, but I'll tell you right now, I am not disturbing any of the CW people, because when I walk in there on Friday, Sunday night, when I come back out, I want to have all my appendages still attached. I We don't disturb them.
It's because you're too loud.
We treat them like the monks they are.
Yeah, no, we don't disturb them. Matter of fact, I even worry about calling them for lunch.
In all honesty, we have to concentrate.
Yeah.
You know,
If they're hungry, they'll
where
come
you
out.
see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we go out for food, absolutely.
When they crawl out, take a rest stop and get food, then we'll talk to them. Other than that, there, like I said, there's a sign going up on their door. Do not disturb, do not stand in front of.
Come in and out.
Yeah.
And I intentionally did not sign up for any slots during meal time. So I'll be available for meal.
One thing I do want to mention, I don't know how many cars and how many TDXS people we have here. I do appreciate you guys coming. I do anticipate you guys helping out a whole lot. Everybody, you know, when these clubs all get together, it makes it a lot more fun, a lot more easier for us to deal with. Plus a lot of the different skill sets that come out, because, you know, not every club runs the same. It really helps out too. So, thank you guys from the other clubs. With that being said, any questions, comments, crude remarks for me, suggestions, problems they may have?
Do we have anybody that is handling photo and video, or do you need someone?
I'm trying to get in touch with Sean. For some reason, Sean is not answering me, so I need to find
I think
somebody.
that's his other hobby.
That's what I was about to say, I can handle that.
Blake will do it.
He's a professional.
Blake, thank you for volunteering. You will be on the operations list then. You now have 2 jobs. You're special.
I'll be walking around anyway.
Yeah, you'll be there anyway. That's true. You'll see everything going on. Yeah, that will definitely help. Thank you. Now, with that being said, and I realize I keep on throwing out a term, does everybody understand what the way we have the structure and why we have the structure the way we have it? Is besides you don't count. One with the glasses on doesn't. Well, look around. The one with the gray shirt and glasses on doesn't count. Does everybody else understand the way we're running the structure and why we have it? No. Anybody have heard of ICS and why we do it the way we do? No. Okay. So let me quick run through and the way we run it, because I realized that I used it. And then we have basically in disasters, we have a thing by FEMA that's going away, but the structure is going to stay. It's called incident command structure. We have basically one person in charge. We have a safety, we have a medical, and we have a deputy commander in the structure. Okay. Under that, we have a thing called FLOP, Financial Logistics Operation and Planning. David obviously gets financial. We don't have a whole lot of choice there. As for logistics, Stephen and Kurt are going to be my logistics people. Under planning, that is kind of a fight between, well, this year I don't have Rick. So somebody's going to have to find out planning, because I normally have Rick to help me out a little bit, but no Rick. So I may have to put somebody in there real quick. But then we have the operations people, and under the operations people, we've got Cordell, we got Mike, we got Jimmy Vance, we've got we got Daphne and Scott and that. So that gives us our structure of who's in charge and who's doing stuff. So we know who to hand off to on questions. If it's a food thing like you saw up there, Daphne and Scott are in charge, because anything that has to do with food, it's going to them. That's it. Antennas, it's all going to Bill. If I got cabling, I'm gonna give it to Vance and any of the room stuff. Computers go to
Glenn.
yeah, I was right. It is Glenn this time. I got it right. Glenn. When it comes to the radios and stuff, it goes to Alan. So everybody has a position. Does everybody kind of understand that and why we do it? Because I know I keep on mentioning certain names and the way things done. I know these guys. I know what they've done, and it's kind of the way we put it together. And they're also the ones on the video all the time too. If you our weekly meetings, they know exactly who's what, where, and why. So
Thanks for putting all your work effort into the leadership and forming it all together.
thank you. Yeah. Well, I don't do a whole, I mean, legitimately, except for coordinating people and finding and solving problems, other than that, these guys are the ones doing the work.
Somebody has to leave.
Yeah, I literally let's see. My biggest claim to fame last year was at the summer field day is Jimmy Vance let me turn in the screws to put the air conditioning up, and that was it. So, other than that, I stood around and just got, people stuff and told people what we need to do. So, it's these guys that really do the hard work at the end of the day. So I do appreciate it, guys. Other than that, I think that's about it. Does anybody else have anything to say?
I'll make a motion, the meeting adjourned.
Mike? Hardwick?
Okay.
Again?
Yep.
I'm sorry, wake up, Lee.
Richard, thanks a lot.
All right.
Anything else?
No, oh, guys online. We didn't even ask the guys online. They're all muted. Anybody online have a question? Can we hear the guys online?
Yeah, people.
Hear me? Y'all hear me?
Corey?
Yeah.
Corey.
Oh, I wanted to ask about the class that y'all are going with. I think I heard that correctly. I was just double checking if that's, are you sure that's like an allowed category for the location?
What do you mean the class is allowed category for location?
So what are y'all operating as?
Classification. How many stations?
Oh, yes, because it is an emergency operation unit.
No, is operating as 8A, 10A, or what?
We're working at 10A.
That
Okay,
right?
so you are doing 10 alpha. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought y'all, I must have misheard. I thought you were doing like the
Thanks for coming, guys.
10 F or whatever. All right.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only question I had then.
Anybody have anything else? Hey, everybody don't forget about July 12th. Will be Texas City Ham Fest. Go down and check out our friends down in Texas City. It's a great Ham Fest and everything down there. All right, thank y'all for coming tonight.
What, Generac? Yeah, no, not